everybody. Today we are going to start with the lesson 7, that is conservation of the plants and animals. What all things are we going to cover in this chapter are the biodiversity, flora and fauna, conservation of forest and wildlife, biosphere reserves and red data book. So these are the topics which we are going to cover. Okay, so let us start with the topics. We'll be starting with what is biodiversity. Okay, now biodiversity can be defined as the variety of plants and animals and the microorganisms which are generally found in an area. Okay, and that area can be actually the ecosystem which we talk about. Okay, now the plants and animals which are found, they are known as the flora and fauna of a place. So, flora are the plants found in a particular area. Fauna are the animals found in a particular area. For example, if we talk about the Pachmari region. Okay, so the flora of Pachmari region, it consists of sal, teak, wild mango, silver ferns, etc. The fauna of Pachmari consists of wild dog, cheetal, wolf, leopard, bull, barking deer, etc. So, when we talk about the flora and fauna, so flora and fauna means the plants and the animals. And when we talk about the ecosystem, ecosystem consists of all the plants, animals and microorganisms living in an area along with the non-living components like climate, water, soil, river deltas, etc. Okay, so all the ecosystem will be consisting of what? They will be consisting of a proper biodiversity. Now, next topic which we have is the forest wealth. Forest wealth means the use of the forest and the clearing of the forest. Why is it done? So, first we will be seeing that why are forests important. First point, they yield valuable products such as timber, wood pulp. They protect wildlife. They help in maintaining the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen. They regulate the temperature of the earth. They maintain the water cycle. They maintain the water table. And they prevent soil erosion. So these are the important uses of forest in our life. Now, what happens when the deforestation is done? So what is deforestation? The clearing of forests and using the land for other purposes is called deforestation. The causes for deforestation are procuring land for cultivation, building houses and factories, using wood as fuel for making furniture. Okay? Now, when we talk about what happens when the deforestation is done, that is the consequences of deforestation. The consequences of deforestation are increase in the temperature and pollution level, increase in the level of carbon dioxide, lowering the groundwater level, disturbing the balance in nature, decrease in rainfall leading to drought, soil erosion, decrease in the water holding capacity of soil leading to floods. Now, some of these important ones we are going to see in the detail. First is the desertification. Desertification is again an important consequence of deforestation. What's desertification now? The removal of top layer of soil exposes the hard and rocky lower layers, which have very less humus and air. As they are less fertile, soil becomes like desert and it is termed as desertification. Okay, another important consequence is of drought. Fewer trees means less carbon dioxide will be used up, resulting in its increased amount in the atmosphere. This will lead to global warming, as carbon dioxide traps the heat rays reflected by the earth. The increase in temperature on the earth disturbs the water cycle and may reduce the rainfall. This could easily cause the droughts. So, the two important ways or two important consequences are the desertification and the drought of deforestation. Okay. Now, next we have the endangered and the extinct species. Now, when we talk about what are endangered and extinct species, animals that cannot adjust to the environmental change begin to die, and some species become endangered as their population becomes very small. If such species are not protected, they may become extinct. For example, the disappearance of dodo and dinosaur. These two have become the extinct species. Okay. Now, next we have the endemic species. Now, endemic species are what? Endemic species are those species of plants and animals found only in a particular area and not found anywhere else. For example, sal and wild mango are the endemic flora of Pachmari. Bison, Indian giant squirrel and flying squirrel are the endemic fauna of this area. That means these two species are only found in the particular region. Next we come to the conservation of forest and wildlife. That means whatever the species are getting endangered or extinct, how they can be conserved. Forest and wildlife can be conserved by setting up areas like biosphere reserves, wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, etc. Now, what are these areas? First is the biosphere reserves. Biosphere reserves are large areas of protected land for conservation of biodiversity and the traditional life of the tribals living there. National parks are areas reserved for wildlife where they can freely use the habitat and natural resources. Wildlife sanctuaries are areas where the animals are protected from any disturbance to them or their habitat. So these three can be easily made so that the animals and the plants can be preserved. First, we will see about the biosphere reserves. A biosphere reserve are large areas of protected land for conservation of biodiversity and the traditional life of the tribals living there. For example, the Pachmari Biosphere Reserve consists of a national park or the national park called Satpura and two wildlife sanctuaries called Bori and Pachmari. So these are the ways how we can conserve or preserve our wildlife and we can conserve our forest. Now, important part how we can conserve our forest is also actually reforestation. Okay, now reforestation is actually what? Reforestation is the restocking of destroyed forests by planting new trees. We should plant at least as many trees as we cut. We have already caused a lot of damage to our forest. If we have to regain our green wealth, reforestation is the only option. Now, to conserve these animals or to conserve these forests, what are the things which are done by the government? So, there was a Project Tiger which was launched by the government. It was launched on 1st April 1973 by the government of India. The project aims at ensuring a viable population of Bengal tiger in their natural habitat and also to protect them from extinction and preserving areas of biological importance as a natural heritage forever represented as close as possible the diversity of ecosystem across the tiger distribution in the country. The project's task force visualized these tiger reserves as breeding nuclei from which surplus animals would migrate to adjacent forests. So why this Project Tiger was launched? To protect the tiger from their decreasing number so that the tiger does not decrease more in number. Now, another important thing that we have in this step which government does is a red data book. Okay. Now, red data book, this book provides a central information source in organizing studies and monitoring programs on rare and endangered species and their habitats. It is regularly consulted when developing and implementing special measures for the protection and rehabilitation of such species. Okay, so these are the things which can be done or which are actually done for the conservation of the species and the wildlife. So what all things have been seen in this chapter? First of all, we have seen what is biodiversity and ecosystem. Then we have seen why the forest is important. Then if we clear the forest, if we do deforestation, what will happen? There will be desertification and there will be droughts. Then we have seen what are the endangered and extinct species. Then we have seen what are the endemic species. And then how the conservation of wildlife and conservation of forest can be done. If we have to conserve the forest, we need to do reforestation. And if we have to conserve the wildlife, we should have the biosphere reserves, we have the national parks, and we have the wildlife sanctuaries. What is done by the government? The important step was the launching of Project Tiger. Okay, and then we have a red data book which contains all the species which are endangered and extinct or they are endemic. It contains information about all the species so that they can be easily monitored. Okay, this is all for this chapter. All the question answers and worksheet are given in the description box. Kindly complete your work. Then we will be meeting for the next chapter 8, that is about the cell. Till then, stay home and stay safe. Thank you.